A long time ago in Ohanene, a girl named Inez got married and went to live with her husband and mother-in-law, Inya Agiyitu. In a very short time, Inez found that she couldn't get along with her mother-in-law at all. Their personalities were very different, and Inez was angered by many of Inya Agiyitu's habits. In addition, she criticized her constantly. Days passed, and weeks passed. Inez and her mother-in-law never stopped arguing and fighting. But what made the situation even worse was that, according to the tradition of Ebira people, a daughter-in-law ought to not only to respect her mother-in-law but also submissive, as a bride is said to be married also to his man's people. All the anger and chaos in the house was causing Idus, the poor man between a wife and his mother, a great distress. Finally, Inez could not stand her bad temper and dictatorship any longer, and she decided to do something about it. She went to see her late father's good friend, Adeyi Amakosi in Upake, who sold herbs. She told him the situation and asked if he would give her some poison so that she could solve the problem once and for all. Adeyi Amakosi thought for a while, and finally said, "Oni, I will help you solve your problem, but you must listen to me and obey what I tell you." Inez said, "Yes, I will do whatever you tell me to do." Adeyi went into the back room, and returned in a few minutes with a package of herbs. He told her, "You can't use a quick-acting poison to get rid of your mother-in-law, because that would cause people to become suspicious. Therefore, I have given you a number of herbs that will slowly build up poison in her body. Every other day prepare some delicious meal and put a little of these herbs in her serving. Now, in order to make sure that nobody suspects you when she dies, you must be very careful to act very friendly towards her. Don't argue with her, obey her every wish, and treat her like a queen." She was so happy. She thanked him and hurried home to start her plot of silencing her problem. Weeks went by, and months went by, and every other day, Inez served the specially treated food to her mother-in-law. She remembered what Adeyi had said about avoiding suspicion, so she controlled her temper, obeyed her mother-in-law, and treated her like her own mother. After 6 months had passed, the whole household had changed. Inez had practiced controlling her temper so much that she found that she almost never got mad or upset. She hadn't had an argument with her mother-in-law in 6 months because she now seemed much kinder and easier to get along with. Inya Agiyitu's attitude toward Inez changed, and she began to love her like her own. She kept telling friends and relatives that Inez was the best daughter-in-law one could ever find. Inez and her mother-in-law were now treating each other like a real mother and daughter. Idus was very happy to see what was happening. One day, Inez came to see Adeyi and asked for his help again. She said, "Adeyi, please help me with an antidote to keep the poison from snatching my mother-in-law from me. She's changed into such a nice woman, and I love her like my own mother. I do not want her to die because of the poison I gave her." Adeyi smiled and nodded his head. "Ewu ozi, there's nothing to worry about. I never gave you any poison. The herbs I gave you were vitamins to improve her health. The only poison was in your mind and your attitude toward her, but that has been all washed away by the love which you gave to her. Have you realized that how you treat others is exactly how they will treat you? There is a wise Ebira saying, Eugene Eeiha, Ahihi Iingu Eehi. Never give a room for hate to infest your heart lest you make devil out of angelic souls. Love is always out calling on us, we just happen to be adamant to answer the call. This day I pray that your sworn enemy will become a bosom friend."